So there is this Swayamvar ceremony that took place in 12 CE. So the dates maybe before that, but not after 12 CE. So there is this king of Assam who held a Swayamvar ceremony. The king was from Balavarman. He was from the Burman dynasty, a descendant of Narkasura. So he held a Swayamvar ceremony for his daughter AmritPrabha. So princes from across the whole of Aryavarta were invited. And Balavarman, he owned a parasol, that is like an umbrella. And Narkasur, rain god Varuna gifted this parasol to his ancestor Narkasur. And since then, that parasol remained with the Burman dynasty for many, many centuries. So he used this parasol to get the Swayamvara marriage ceremony done for his daughter. So the king announced that because the parasol emanated a very cooling effect when held over the head of an influential person. So the king announced that when the parasol would emit the cooling effect when held over the prince assembled here, then that prince will be married to his daughter. So the rituals took place. The AmritPrabha's friends, women friends, they held the parasol over the head of one prince after another. And ultimately, when they held the parasol over Meghavahana, it emitted a very cooling effect. But Meghavahana, at that time, he did not have a kingdom. He was a prince, but in name only. His father, Gopaditya, took refuge at the court of the king of Gandhara, because his ancestor from the Gonanda dynasty, Yudhishthira I, he was dethroned, and Pratapaditya, who started another dynasty, he became the king. And after Pratapaditya, 192 kings ruled Kashmir. And Meghavahana was born in Gandhara. So when the king realized that this prince has no kingdom, then he was very hesitant that his daughter should marry Meghavahana. But as the announcement was already done, and Meghavahana said that maybe in the future he will be a very powerful ruler. So the marriage ceremony was done. Because the prince did not have a home, the king gave a lot of gifts and presents to the prince. And the prince came to Gandhara along with the princess, along with his wife. And coincidentally, a few months after that, the ministers from Kashmir, they came in search of, when they heard about Meghavahana, the descendant from the Gonanda dynasty, they were looking for him. They wanted to restore him back to the throne of Kashmir. And just within a few months, he was restored to the throne. He became the king of Kashmir. And he emerged as a very powerful ruler. So there is, according to the archaeological survey of India, they discovered a place called Amrita Bhavana. It was a temple built by AmritPrabha, and the remains have been found there. It is at a place called Banta Bhavan, not very far from Srinagar.